you've now reached the stage, Pearcey, where nobody is really surprised at the results West Ham are getting, mate. And I think that's the biggest compliment we can pay you boys in Moisey. A fantastic run of form, pal, eh?
Well, to be fair, the boys are playing well. There's a smashing togetherness at the football club. I think it's there for all to see. From right away, it seems a real united place at the moment. The players are working really hard, and obviously Dave, inspires a sort of a work ethic within the club that's been, reasonably successful for us at the moment. But it's like, Ali, every game's a tough one. We've got so many coming thick and fast. We've got European. We're off to Genk tomorrow, and obviously got a tough game against them. But we've started the season pretty well. We're pretty pleased with the way it's gone so far, and it's just a case of keeping one or two fully fit, all the way through for the duration, if possible.
I mean, Pearce, you guys have, as you said, they got off to a fantastic start. And when you look at the only 2 games you've lost in the league, I mean, the Manchester United one, which was obviously the penalty at the end, so you was unfortunate to lose that one. And then the Brentford result as well. But I mean, the confidence in the squad at the minute must be so high. And as you said there, you haven't got the biggest squad, but every single one of your players is pulling their weight.
Yeah, the big thing for us as well is the fact when we've chopped and changed the team, everyone's come in and had a right go, and competition for places is very good at the moment at the club. So, that bodes well. I think that's probably, for me, been one of the most impressive things, when we've changed the team either for the Carabao Cup or European games or whatever, and going forward. When anyone's ever come in, they've done really well for us. And as I say, that competition for places just shows how healthy the place is.
It really is. Pearce, I was looking at it. I mean, I thought one of the Irons' best players last year was Dawson. I thought he was superb, and obviously, you've got competition in all departments now. I'm looking at Johnson coming in right back. What a revelation he's been.
Yeah, Jono's a fantastic kid, I've got to say. An incredible boy to work with on a daily basis. Always comes in with a smile on his face, wants to learn, wants to get better. And he's got 2 sensational feet. You saw his left foot finish at the weekend, you know what I mean? But you take a finishing practice and he's one of your best finishers, both left and right foot. He really has got a lot of talent, and we're really pleased to have him, come through our academy system.
Pearce, did you see his celebration? And did you have any idea what that meant when he did it?
I have absolutely no idea. I do a lot of dad dancing like that. I was a little bit disappointed I was so far away. If I got down there, the game would have been over to join in with the boys, you know what I mean? It's nice, to be fair. It shows a good togetherness, and I think everyone was appreciative of a young player getting a goal for the team,
Pearce, I make no apology again for asking you about this fella. I mean, he just keeps improving. Declan Rice, he's just a joy, mate. I watch him and he just looks, he plays with a smile on his face. What a breath of fresh air. How far can he go?
As far as he wants, to be fair. I mean, every game that he takes the field in, the expectation for me from him should be he needs to be the best player on the pitch every game. He's got the tools to do that. He's got the stature to do it. He's got everything, mate. Honestly, he's an absolute pleasure to work with at this place. He drives us in midfield. It's really difficult for me to turn round. I was sat next to somebody sat next to Billy McKinley at the weekend, and we were looking, and he said to me, is he as good as Roy Keane at the same age? I said, you know what, I think he's probably slightly better. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And we had Roy at Forest with us before he moved on to Manchester United, and I'd have to probably say he's slightly better than Roy. Now, whether he'll have the career that Roy had, looking back, that it's all there for him, though. You know what I mean? He's got to stay fit, keep learning, keep progressing. Season, we're fortunate that he's added a couple of goals to his game, which I always thought he had the ability to do so. He drives past people with the ball, he breaks things up. He's just an all-round midfielder. He's probably a Brian Robson, of yesteryear.
Well, there's not too bad players to be compared to
tremendous.
Brian Robson. But listen, Pearcey, I mean, David Moyes, I think it's his 1000th game on Thursday. I mean,
yeah.
That is what an achievement that is for him to get to that milestone.
We are very fortunate at this football club to have someone of his experience and his ability at the club. I've got to say, He's been sensational, and to reach 1,000 games. I mean, managers this day seem to be very disposable in people's eyes and all that. But I think when you've got a good one, you need to hang on to them. And to achieve 1,000 matches is some milestone. It really is. Steve Bruce achieved it not so long ago. And I've got so much respect for people that have stayed in the game for that duration of time. And Moisey, he's proved the test of time, and he looks as though he's getting better and better at his job.
Pearce, I want to say to you, final question for you, mate. I'm looking at this stat, and it's incredible. West Ham haven't lost a game by more than one goal since January 2021. What that tells me is, also, you clearly are winning games. There's massive improvement. But you're in every game, whether it's Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, you're in the game, Pearcey.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that's not such a bad stat, I don't like that stat being wheeled out. We got Liverpool coming to town on Sunday, mate.
I did that deliberately, mate.
That'll be a stern test, I think it'll be a stern test for both teams, potentially. So, as I say, we are organised, we're competitive, we're athletic, we've got a bit of everything, and we need, what we think we've got is improvement still to come from a lot of the players. So we need to work hard. I mean, that's the main thing, Ali. We don't think that sheer ability, there's other teams in this league that have probably got slightly more ability, better players, maybe. What we've got is a real togetherness and a work ethic and an organisation.
Pearson, I know obviously a couple of weeks ago you beat Spurs in the league. Great performance, 1-0. You've got them coming up again, but it looks like they've now changed managers in terms of Conte coming in. I mean, are you expecting a completely different test?
I think Spurs will give you a stern test no matter what. It's a big rival game for us, as you well know. So I think it's a really good game for both teams. I've got to say, it's probably about a month and a half down the line. But listen, it's a quarter-final of a cup, and I think, both teams will be looking with an eye to sort of progressing in the competition. So it will be slightly different manager, different tactics. But one thing you do know with Tottenham, they've got some very good players, and it'll be a tough ask for us.
Pierce, you keep up the good work, mate. Nice to talk to you. Have a good day, pal. Thanks for your time.
Laura Woods, Monday to Wednesday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.